Hello, and we're going to run through our next section of this first unit of the AP World curriculum with 1.5 state building in Africa. Now, when we're talking about Africa here and state building, we're more focused on sub-Saharan Africa. You might recall that North Africa is going to become a part of that Dar el-Islam, a part of the Islamic caliphates, and then ruled later by different states. Here we're talking about sub-Saharan Africa, East Africa, and West Africa. And what I want you to recognize is this is a massive continent. Like, you can fit Europe and the United States and Australia and South Asia and Southeast Asia all within the continent of Africa itself. So it is a massive continent. So of course you're going to have a lot of variety of landforms and climate regions and states and governments within there. So these states in Africa are going to be adapting to their environment. They're going to be having trade contacts with local areas and distant areas. And because of that, we're going to see a lot of cultural exchange and goods moving back and forth. So let's talk about inland Africa. Here we're talking about these states in, I gotta find my, okay, I'm not gonna ever be a weatherman. So these states in sub-Saharan Africa, more so West Africa that we're focused on. These are largely decentralized, kin-based networks. That means people are generally in communities and societies where they're primarily related or at least distantly related. When we talk about decentralized, remember our conversation from the Americas. We are talking about an area that lacks the centralization of maybe a larger empire in a region like East Asia and China. You should be familiar with the Hausa kingdoms. These are decentralized kingdoms in sub-Saharan Africa that will grow wealthier over time due to their connections to trade on the Trans-Saharan trade network. That is also going to bring Islam into the region. So many of these sub-Saharan African peoples in their region, in their kingdoms, are going to be practicing the religion of Islam that they pick up from merchants going across the Trans-Saharan trade network. This lack of centralization, though, is going to leave them more vulnerable to outside influence or domination by other states. For example, some kingdoms in West Africa, likewise growing wealthy and powerful due to their connections on the Trans-Saharan trade network, where they will trade gold and slaves and salt with North Africa. And you should be familiar with a couple kingdoms during this era. We've got the kingdom of Ghana and the kingdom of Mali, the subsequent kingdom of Mali. Mali is the one that gets the most attention as their ruler Mansa Musa, who is a Muslim. Remember, Islam entered into this region, will go on his pilgrimage to Mecca, or the Hajj. And that is going to be not only his kingdom, but his Hajj is going to be written about in other societies from Egypt and into the Middle East because of the tremendous wealth that he puts on display as he moves all the way to Arabia on this pilgrimage. In East Africa, in the south, you should be familiar with Great Zimbabwe. Great Zimbabwe has likewise got important trade connections that links it with other parts of the world, for example, to the Indian Ocean trade network. And the city of Great Zimbabwe is most known for this massive defensive wall that is created around the city that can provide defense for its inhabitants under threat. To the north, in northern East Africa, we've got the Kingdom of Ethiopia. This is a Christian kingdom. It's one of the earliest Christian kingdoms in the world, and its leaders are going to use that Christianity and use their resources to fund the construction of churches that will contribute to their political strength, using religion to strengthen political power. So that's just a really quick run through some of these African civilizations, and definitely recognize the variety of connections. We've got Islam, we've got Christianity, decentralized governments to more centralized states like we have in Mali. But what is connected with them all is their connection to bigger networks of trade through the Trans-Saharan trade network or the Indian Ocean trade network. We'll see you next time.